Hi guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Leilani's Love. Today I'm going to be showing you how to accomplish this beautiful unicorn makeup look with the glitter cut crease. Yes, we giving spring vibes today, y'all. I know it's quarantine, but we still gonna be quarantine and cute. So stay tuned for a detailed tutorial on how I got this look. Alright guys, so my skin has already been moisturized and prepped. And I'm just going to start brushing out my eyebrows with the spoolie, as you see me doing here. After I brush out my eyebrows with the spoolie, that's when I like to go in with an eyebrow pencil and outline and fill them in. Just kind of pushing the hairs where I want them to lay. Now you just see me checking them out. They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be exactly the same, but they close, y'all. They close. Okay, so now you're going to be seeing me take that same brush I used earlier to add concealer as my eyeshadow base. I just use this all over my lid. I usually sometimes use eyeshadow base, but I didn't have any, so I used concealer today. You know, kind of limited on supplies right now, but it is what it is. We're gonna make this work. I like to do this with pastel colors to help them show up a little bit more. Alright, now for the fun part. This is like the most tedious part of my makeup routine, is the eyebrows and the eyes. That's why I like to start with it first, y'all, because like it's like always a science project for me. But anyway, you see me applying my first transition color, which I picked out pink. At first I didn't really know how I wanted to go with the eyeshadow look because my wig had like different colors in it and I wasn't sure like how to bring everything together as a pastel look. So I'm just kind of winging it a little bit. I kind of have an idea in my head. I know I want to have like a kind of sunset look, but kind of still pastel. So yeah, here you see me just adding pink as my first transition color, and I'm trying to blend it out to make it like very subtle so it still has like a pastel look. But me, I love color, y'all, so y'all gonna see a lot of color, and I wanted it to be darker, but I kept trying to keep it pastel-y, so you'll see what I mean. You see me dipping back and forth into the pink and just kind of adding more until I get the intensity that I want. I wanted it to be pastel, but I just wanted it to also pop and show the color, not to be too muted. So here you see me going in with this deep purple violet color. I'm going to be using this as my second transition color, or kind of to define my crease. And this is what's going to help me shape my eye. If you're doing this on someone else, it'll help you shape their eye like to the shape you want it to be, whether you want it to be round or kind of slender. The crease, the way you put the color in the crease is definitely going to help with the shape. You see me stamping it into the outer V. working with palettes that aren't that pigmented, I do try to stamp the color in so I can have it more like, I don't know what to call it, like, so it can show up more, you know, to make it more vibrant. Even though it's pastel, I still want the colors to show. So you just see me kind of going back and forth and blending these two to get a smooth blend. Okay, so I went for this like sienna, burnt sienna color, and I kind of drowned out the pink. I did want to add in some warmth. I just love to have warmth in my eyes. I just think it's so beautiful. Even though I was going for pastel, I still wanted to have like a little bit of warmth in there. Like I said before, I was trying to kind of go for like a sunset kind of color. I love sunsets and sunrises, so you will often see that I'm incorporate it into my makeup. So now you kind of see me losing the purple because I put the burnt sienna color over the purple and kind of washed it out. So later you'll see me go back in and add in some more purple. That's one thing about eyeshadow. You can always like add, like keep building up on it. If you feel like you washed some of the colors out, feel free to like go back in and bring them back, because I just keep adding until I get the intensity and the exact blend that I want. So since I washed out the purple, I just want to go ahead and work on my pink and orange blend here until I get it that perfect kind of sunset-y color. You know how at the end of the day when the sun is like going down and you see the different colors in the sky, the pink, the purple, the orange. Yes, that's like my favorite time of day. Okay, so I have cut my crease. Now I never use this the glue that I'm going to be using today, but you'll see later why I didn't like it. But I use a white eyeshadow on top of the concealer because I wanted to use that like to set the concealer and keep it in place. And I use white because I'm going to be using white glitter, or like a silvery white pearl glitter. And I just wanted this to be a base so that I could keep the color once I put the glitter on top. If you have any places that you messed up on your concealer, you can fix it now with the eyeshadow. Make it more defined, or however you like. I actually could have left it like this, but I just love glitter. Like, doesn't glitter just make life so much better? Why not add glitter, y'all? But this pearl color was actually kind of pretty. But no, let's add some glitter, because I love glitter. This is like probably like one of my first or second times ever doing a cut crease on myself. I wasn't really a fan of cut creases, but I am trying to learn how to do it and incorporate it into my makeup looks. So if y'all feeling it, let me know below. If you have any tips for me on cutting my crease, feel free to leave them in the comment section. All right, y'all. This is where I got frustrated. This is my first time using this glitter primer by Magic. So as I'm putting it on my eyes, like it literally started wiping off the white color that I had just put on. So I'm like, what the? Because now, instead of being white, it's now the color of my concealer, which is not what I wanted. So you literally see the white just wiping away. Yeah, you see it. It's turning brown. I don't know maybe if it was the applicator or if it was the glue, but this is my first time using this glue. The glue that I usually use comes in like a lip gloss tube, and I just put it on the end of my brush and dab it in, and I've never had this problem with the eyeshadow like wiping off. So I was a little disappointed because, you know, I did want it to be white, but I mean, it's whatever. I definitely wasn't about to wipe it off and start over because y'all see how long it took for me to do this little bit. So yeah, imagine wiping it off and starting over. Nah, I definitely wasn't doing that. Okay, now you see me just patting the glitter on. Like I said before, it was a glittery white color. As you can see, as I'm putting it over the brown concealer, it's just, you know, it's just not giving white, guys. My apologies, but it's still pretty. I actually love the glitter. Like, the glitter just gives it so much dimension and shine. Just love it. At first I thought about going back in and adding another layer of glue over it and then adding more glitter, but I was a little afraid because I've never used this glue before, so I didn't want it to start like creasing and rolling in my creases on my eyes. So I wanted to see how this dried first, and I was like, I'll just leave it like that. Whenever I put on glitter eyeshadow, I always like to pat it in or dab it in. I never really swipe because then basically it, with the glue and everything, it will wipe off the eyeshadow and the glitter if you swipe. So it's best to kind of dab and pat it in. And I did use a smaller brush so I could have more precision over where I laid the glitter. If you wanted to just cover a lot of surface area, you could just use a bigger brush. But yeah, like I said, I wanted more precision around, since I did a crease cut, or cut crease. Oh, I just love the sparkles. Don't y'all just love the sparkles? So pretty. And guys, don't be like me. Don't get glitter all over your eyelashes. Because if glitter gets in your eyes, okay, it can be a very bad situation. So be neater than I am and try not to get it on your lashes. So now you just see me going back into the outer V and bringing back the shape on the corners that I wanted. I'm just defining that edge a little bit more. And now I'm going to be adding some eyeliner on my bottom lash line, on my waterline. The eyeliner you'll be seeing me use today is from Mr. Eyeliner. You can find him at Mr. Eyeliner on Instagram. He gave me a set of eyeliners. He has like 30 different colors. Very nice guy. Gave me as a gift when we worked together at a photo shoot. This is the color Mint. Yes, I should have wiped all the glitter off my eyelashes first, but I didn't. Trying to get as close to the waterline as possible without making myself tear. That's what always happens. This is one of my favorite things to do with eyeliner, to use it on the bottom waterline. I just love how like a pop of blue or any color just looks on the bottom lash line. It's just so, it opens up the eye, and I just love the way it looks. Wait, do y'all see how my eyes starting to look a beautiful spring evening? Just a spring sunset. Y'all see that? Okay. Okay, so now it's time for correcting my hyperpigmentation. As you can see, I have several different colors in my face, several different browns. So I'm using concealer under my eyes to kind of cover these scars I have here, and also cut my makeup, my eyeshadow. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone here. Sometimes I use a color corrector under my eyes depending on, how tired I look or whatever, and how the rest of my skin looks, and also depending on what foundation I'm using. The foundation I'm using today, I kind of don't need to worry about using a color corrector, so I'm just going to be using concealer to cover up any dark marks or areas that I don't want to show through my makeup. So how some people clean up their makeup on the sides is when they do eyeshadow, they use tape. Me personally, I just prefer to kind of cut it with the concealer once I'm done. Just see me covering up my little spots, my marks. I'm not highlighting. This isn't considered as highlighting. Some people do highlight before their foundation, but I'm doing this to conceal my dark marks, my scars. I also go around my mouth because it's darker than the rest of my face, and when I put on my foundation, it can be kind of ashy or discolored. So I like to use this step first before putting on foundation. So now you guys are going to see me using my favorite Dome foundation brush from Absolute. I love Dome foundation brushes because they just blend out everything so seamlessly. I do use the same brush for foundation and for blending out my concealer. So you just want to be sure that when you're blending out your concealer, that you just blend those edges away, and make sure you get into the creases and crevices, because you don't want the concealer to be caked up in your under eye. So just make sure you look up to the ceiling so you can kind of make sure that you have everything blended out really good, because you will see that in pictures if you have a lot of product caked up under your eyes and it starts creasing. It looks horrible in pictures, guys. Some people like to use a beauty blender for this. I do like to use a beauty blender. I just didn't have it next to me at the moment, but beauty blenders are definitely great for getting into creases around your eyes. So now you see me with the same brush that I put my concealer on with. I blended my concealer with. I'm going to just put on my foundation. And I am pushing that foundation into my skin. Definitely using a dabbing, patting motion. I remember when I first started doing my makeup that I used to swipe my foundation on, and I didn't realize that I was basically wiping it off. But yeah, you live and you learn. One thing about makeup is you can always learn. There's so many different techniques, so many different ways of doing everything. So Even if you master the craft of makeup, like, you could always still learn. There's always more. There's always something else you could change, something else you could do differently. So I'm not really worrying about my forehead too much because I'm gonna have bangs. Yeah. Usually when I do have my forehead covered, I don't really put a lot of makeup on my forehead. But just in case it's showing, I'll put a little dab. Yes, but make sure you are pushing that foundation in and blending it out completely. It will show in areas that you haven't blended it out. It will definitely show, especially in the sunlight, when you go outside, when you take pictures. It's gonna show, so make sure you just take your time and blend it out. You don't have to rush unless you just don't have a lot of time, but we have a lot of time right now, ladies. So blend, and when you get tired, blend some more. Blend, 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 blend. Now you're going to be seeing me take my concealer, the same concealer I used before, and I'm going to be doing my highlighting. Under eye highlighting just brings brightness to your face, and it just makes your makeup look so flawless. I just love it. It adds back in the shape in your face so you don't look so flat, because when you put foundation on your face, it does flatten your face. It takes away the light and the darkness, so you gotta add all of that depth back in. I like to do the bridge of my nose and the tip. I like to do on like my cupid's bow and around the top lip, because it gives it like a little pouty look. My lip is kind of flat sometimes, so when I add the light, it just makes it look, my lips look kissy and juicy. That's one of my little tips, my little tricks. But you basically want to highlight everywhere the light touches, where you want the light to be in your face. I'm doing this on the side to do a reverse contouring. So instead of me adding a brown streak where my like right here under my cheek, I'm just gonna highlight underneath, because as you can see, my cheeks naturally go out, so I don't really need the dark line. So I'm just gonna add in some lightness underneath, which is gonna give me like a reverse contouring effect. So I'm taking my same foundation brush, yes, the same one with the same product in it, because it all blends out together and it just gives it a more seamless look. So I don't switch brushes. I have other brushes, but I prefer to use the same one, even when I'm working on clients. I use the same brush as the foundation and the concealer. Keep dabbing, 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 guys. Blend, blend, blend your life away. I'm not sure if there's a such thing as over blending, but blend as much as possible. And yes, you can use a beauty blender for this part. A lot of people use beauty blenders for this. It's all about personal preference. I used to use a beauty blender to do my whole makeup routine, and then I started using brushes, and I just never really went back. I use a beauty blender every now and then, but I just love the way the brushes just make everything melt together. Make sure you get in those creases. So now you're gonna see me with the setting powder, using Ofra setting powder in the shade Light. I'm gonna be using this everywhere I highlight it, just to set my makeup. You wanna set your makeup anywhere you highlight or anywhere you get oily throughout the day. Okay, now we're going to add our highlighter, and some people put it on as a stripe, but I prefer to blend mine out. To each his own, whatever, you know, whatever you feel. Sometimes I put on a little bit too much and I be like, damn. I like to add it to my Cupid's bow to add a little bit of poutiness to my lips. You see that glow? You see it? If it looks like a stripe, guys, feel free to blend it out. It should not just be a stripe. Okay, you want it to be a soft glow. Soft. You see that glow? Yes. Okay guys, and now for the lips, I will be using another liner by Mr. Eyeliner. I'm gonna line my lips first. Before I do any nude shades on my lips, I love to put brown lip liner. This is like one of the most, like, I remember doing this in middle school. Like, we used to love lip liner and lip gloss. So today I'm gonna be using a Butter Gloss by NYX. It just gives you the perfect nude ombre lip. I like to line them first, you know, kind of buff out the line, and then add in my lip color, and it just gives you the perfect pout. Beautiful. So I think, all right guys, so this is the finished look. I have added some lashes. Yes, you feeling these lashes? I put on my favorite unicorn wig designed by me. You can see this on Leilani's Love on Instagram. Be sure to check it out. Hope y'all feeling this look. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. It's a little footage from outside, guys, just so you can see the makeup and outside how it looks. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment below if you're feeling this look. Share this video. Subscribe to my channel. And be sure to hit the bell so you can get the notifications, so you can be a part of the love gang, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook.